Listen up, Cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
with Rooster and
the Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution,
and morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
So sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine. Anyway, did you hear about, I don't know if the Overlord told you, you know how he collects like the vinyl?
Yeah, he's got a great vinyl collection.
He really does. And
they get that weird vinyl suit too, or is that
that is also true.
Yeah.
That you're 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about the latest vinyl that I gifted him? I got him a Wasp.
Well, that's classic. I mean,
Yeah,
Wasp. Who doesn't like Wasp from the 80s, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's they were huge, especially back then. But I got him a Wasp vinyl.
Cool.
So I don't know if he told you about it, but he
hasn't mentioned it.
So he put it on, and it just made this weird buzzing sound.
Huh.
And he was just like, "Hey, I think this is wrong. You know, where did you get this? Let me take it back." I was like, "Well, what's it doing?" He goes, "It's just buzzing." And I was like, "Oh, that's the B side, not the Wasp side."
Oh. Oh, dad jokes.
You are welcome.
That joke is not approved by Blackie Lawless. That's funny.
You want to kick this thing off, man?
Yeah, so welcome back, Cluckheads.
You know who we are.
You know what we do.
Current events and
common sense.
Constitution and morals. Moral's not here. She got something.
She's absent.
She got something impotent to do.
Oh, impotent.
I'm taking a word out of the Overlord's dictionary. She got something impotent to do tonight.
Yeah, the first time you told me that impotent thing, I was like, you mean important?
No, I mean impotent.
I was like, hey, man, whatever.
Cool.
Knock me home naked.
Cool.
Knock me home naked.
I don't know what to do by my family, but
I don't know what to do with having me finding my dad, but you know whatever.
Yeah.
Man.
So
anyway, to jump into the fine selection of alcohol that we have tonight.
Oh, fine selection. You've been promising a fine selection.
I have been promising a fine selection.
Yeah,
so we're going to have to do this in two parts.
Okay.
The first part is straight, okay? We're going to have to do it straight, okay? Bien.
Yeah.
And then the second.
Unlike Bud Light.
And you know what? I've got to apologize to all the listeners. So we're recording this on May the 4th, so Star Wars Day.
Oh, May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
Well, thank you.
But whenever all the allergens and crap blew in like an hour ago, we have both been stopped up and sneezing. Our noses are bleeding like we've been doing.
Yeah, thunderstorm's about to kick in. It brought all the pollen with it.
Yeah, so if we sound like, like we have our nose shoved in something in the Overlord's dungeon, we apologize. But anyway, so we're going to have to do this in two parts. The first part is we're going to have to take it straight and bend.
Okay.
And then the second part, we're going to have to mix it.
All right.
And I know you like rum and Coke.
I do like rum and Coke.
I know you like a good rum and Coke.
I like a good rum and Coke. This does not look like a good rum and Coke. Oh, my God.
So for those of y'all
I didn't know they made this.
So for those of y'all that are tuning in, one of the worst vodkas that we ever had was the Skol vodka.
Skol.
Was this the one that we had to like call and we were trying to trace down?
Yeah, it's the one we called all the numbers on.
That we're going to do a follow-up on. Well,
yeah, so if you need help, call this number or whatever.
They make a rum.
Oh.
You are welcome. Now,
it looks exactly like the vodka bottle.
This is how big of a bottle do you think this is?
I'm going to say that's not the 750 milliliter. That's that.
This is a 1.75 milliliter.
That's that 1.75. That's the. That's.
Now, to give you an idea, that Bumbu is like 750, right? And it costs like 49.
Yeah. What's this bad boy?
This is 1.75 liters.
It's the big one.
$10.
Wow. Economical.
It's very economical.
So you paid more for the Cokes that we're going to mix these with than you did the rum. Do do you see the problem here?
I mean, you see where we're going with this.
You see how that might not be the smart thing for some of you guys out there? Of the soft drink part of your mixture is more expensive than the alcohol part. But I'm excited.
So,
you did promise a cheap liquor.
I did promise you that we were, because we had a couple weeks that we were tasting something good.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's crystal clear.
So, is it?
Yeah, it's. I don't see any sea people or anything in there.
There's no sea monkeys, some of those brine shrimp floating around.
Oh, that's
so.
Dude, this looks like I'm just gonna get heartburn as soon as you open this bottle.
Either that, or we're gonna be able to clean the whiteboards.
Now, if I remember
up
the
in
Skol vodka, the Skol vodka was vodka flavored. If you remember,
it said natural and artificial vodka.
Yeah.
Flavor.
So is this natural and artificial?
You know what? Let me dig into it.
Let's dig in.
So it's 4080.
Okay.
And it says imported Skol Rum, and that's all it says.
But I thought Skol was from like Chicago or something
it was imported
like that.
by and bottled by someplace distillery, Owensboro, Kentucky.
That's
so.
What it
Remember
was. Yeah,
how
Owensboro.
Whenever we were trying to find out, we called this number, then it redirected us.
It
to
was
this
just
number.
like a series of voicemails.
So yeah.
So
that being said, this is SeaWorld friendly. You can take this out by the pool.
It's a family friendly right there. You can drop this bottle all day long.
Shamu's not going to get hurt.
It'll just bounce and say, "Give me more, sir."
So, here we go. We're going to crack it open. I am guessing that this does have.
Oh, it's got the pour spout. It's got the pour spout. That's a nice crack of plastic. And there's that pour spout.
Here's that pour spout. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it straight first.
All right.
And we're not going to put very much of it in.
No.
Because we both know that this is not going to be a good thing. Okay.
She's Zantac in my future.
So I figured that what we'd do is that whenever we get into our topics, we do the first one, sip it on it like this, and then by the time we get to topic two, we'll mix it.
I haven't done the Biden sniff test, and I can barely smell anything with my allergies right now. But
I'm about to do it, see if it's going to open them up.
This smells like rubbing alcohol just in the room.
This does smell like rubbing out. It actually smells exactly the same as the vodka.
This smells exactly like the vodka.
This does.
There's no rum hint to this whatsoever.
This is straight up isopropyl rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, this has got to be the 90% alcohol. I mean, this is not even that 70% one that you save 20 cents on.
Well, I'll tell you what. Are you ready to get into topic number one?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get our clinkage on.
Can't hear it because of the
quality
solo cups.
High quality.
If you're going to drink Skol, don't drink it anything classy. Make sure it's a solo cup.
Now, that being said, these are classier red solo
cups. Don't do a
cups.
wax cup because I promise you this will eat through it.
Well, remember that the vodka did eat through the wax
right
solo
through that
cup.
wax cup.
That is not rum. Whew.
It's
already giving me the heartburn. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jewish guy. Help me, Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, my gosh. That is the worst rum I've ever tasted in my life.
Oh, my God.
Dude, that doesn't even taste like rum.
That tastes like rubbing alcohol. That doesn't taste like
It's
rum.
rubbing alcohol with Splenda.
That is
it's
just
got like
bad.
a hint of that bad diet something aftertaste to it. But it
All right.
burns. Oh, God, it burns.
Oh.
Woo. You know what?
Woo.
We don't need electric cars. We just need cars to run on Skol.
Run on Skol. You can get almost 2 liters for
cheaper,
$10.
yeah, it's cheaper than gasoline. It's
causing my nose to run even more.
Whoo. This is This is terrible rum.
You like to get drunk. Yeah, you like to get drunk. And
I now understand why Skol has that 800 number.
This has already left me prickly on the inside.
This is leaving me on fire.
Okay.
Wow.
Ooh.
It doesn't get better the more you drink.
Did you finish it?
No. I got a little bit left in there.
All right. Well, let's
but I will finish it because it's important for the listeners.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that we've had too much.
There's no flavor to this.
We've had too much good in our lives recently, and it's.
This is bottom of the barrel vodka with a hint of something sweet.
It was the extreme bottom shelf, and it was 2 bottles over from the left.
shame on you, Skol. This is not.
This is somebody that makes bad decisions.
This is not okay. This is just not okay.
It's like you just want to go up to put your hand on their back and go, listen, man, we all go through a tough time in life. But what you're doing, it's wrong.
It's just wrong.
It's just wrong.
You can do better.
You need to level up.
Wow, this is it's not good, man.
No, it's not at all.
Imagine if kerosene had a flavor. It was drinkable. This would be it.
You like to get drunk and light your kerosene lantern at the same time. Yeah, you do. Who the cluck don't? And if you're like me, you like to get bit just as cluck as possible.
What did I say about the last time we drank Skol or something? It was Skol or one of the Kentucky taverns or something like that. You could clean a wound.
No, that was
with this.
That was one of the Kentucky ones.
Oh
but
my gosh!
That being said, you can clean a wound with this.
Yeah, this is medicinal at its finest.
They might have actually used this on an episode of ER or Scrubs.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if I'm going in for surgery, I could wash my hands in this bad boy, and you'd be in great shape. I mean,
you'd probably be in great shape for like the next 30 years.
Oh,
yeah. So
this will kill COVID. I'm gonna tell you right now. If COVID comes back, this is the cure right here.
It is the cure.
It is the cure. Nothing can survive this bottle. So, all right, you got a timer ready to go? So
I'm trying to. Hold on. Whew.
This is
all right. I got our timer set. So
it's intense.
Yeah.
It's an intense rum.
It is.
I will give you that.
If you're drinking the rest of it, I'll pour you some more.
Let me just savor this. let me just savor this one.
So here I am going to finish this.
Yeah.
And then pour a second one to see if it's just as bad.
Oh, it will be.
Because you know how some of the really bad ones out in the second one, you're like, oh, is the initials bad? So
no, and it's got a weird aftertaste. It's like a weird coating aftertaste in my mouth. Yeah.
This needs to be like in that Chris Ledoux song about Copenhagen, like
Copenhagen.
How it cures everything. It'd be like, you got canker sores?
A little bit more.
Skol.
It's good.
You got.
That's good. Yeah, this. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine if you had like a cold sore or something like this. You'd be crying.
I'm about to have to spit out my dip because it got into Copenhagen, but I had to lean over and you can keep that Skol, baby.
All right, let's get into the topic.
You want to take topic number one? Or you want me to? I'll tell you what. You know what? Somebody had told you about it, so you roll with this one.
Yeah.
You let me know when you're ready, and I'll get this thing started.
I'm ready.
All right, then let's go, bad boy.
Topic number one: baby mama drama.
Baby mama drama.
I've never experienced this, but I
have.
Some people have experienced baby mama drama.
I've experienced baby mama drama, but that being said, I have not experienced baby mama drama at this level.
No, this is a national news level, and I'm surprised it didn't get more coverage than it did because this is the president's son.
Now it did get a lot of coverage, but it was at the ticker at the bottom of all the stuff.
Yeah, so
it's amazing what happens whenever you have people backing you that own a lot of the media outlets.
So for those of you who don't know, President Biden once said this person is the smartest man he's ever met.
Yeah.
And so the smartest man he's ever met got I think she was a stripper.
She was a stripper. It was a stripper.
She's an exotic dancer.
So she was a stripper.
Yeah. So she
from Arkansas that happened to be like at one of the big it's already burning.
Yeah. So
she happened to be
crack cocaine convention
at one of the high-end gentlemen's club in Washington D.C.
Oh, yeah.
That's where all of this happened.
Nice.
And then now she's back home in Arkansas.
So they end up in court again. And I say
okay, so
again.
So back up a second.
Yeah.
So they're in court the second time, but what did they go to court for the first time?
So the first court was one of the first times was trying to disprove that it was his love child. Which Hunter Biden, by the way.
The results came in.
Yeah, no, it's his.
And it's his.
It's his kid. Funny fact is that neither one of the Bidens, Hunter or his dad, will still acknowledge this child as being a Biden.
And which, goes back to like whenever he was inaugurated, he had all of his grandchildren up there on stage with him. And that's what he said. All my grandchildren.
Except for.
And there were 6.
Except for
that one.
Except for the number number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah, out there. Or 8. I don't know how many other hunter ones he's got out there. But anyways, but the reason he's in court is not to disprove that this child's not his. That boat has sailed.
No, it hasn't sailed because
Hunter
the Bidens they recognize the Bidens.
No. So he
gotta be
he needs to
clucking,
have his child support lowered because he's Hunter's fallen on hard times.
Oh yeah, especially after selling all that art that totally wasn't money laundering.
Yeah, well he had to sell his Porsche.
Oh,
and that was one of his reasonings in the court was he needs lower payments because he's hurting. He had to sell his Porsche.
I mean, what's happening? Are they tracking all those millions coming in from the Ukraine and from China?
I don't know,
now
man.
or
I just feel bad for the guy. I mean, he probably showed up for court in a Jaguar. I mean, but it's not a Porsche.
Either that or maybe like a high-end Mercedes or a Lexus.
Yeah,
but not a Porsche.
Yeah. So,
I wonder if he still has his Lambo.
Oh, it's just.
Or if he still has his Corvette. Oh, that was Daddy.
Daddy. So it's just sad that they still won't claim this kid's his. Do the right thing, pay for it. I mean, I don't want to be anybody who's out there for you guys who have gone to court to.
Oh, I've gone to
child
court.
Support redone kind of thing.
I haven't. No, I didn't go to court for that reason, but I've gone to court for it. And the thing is that Mr. Stand Up Joe, the soul of America, is vital and is in jeopardy. That claims that he's this family and that the family comes first, and that Hunter's the smartest man he's ever known.
Yeah.
That he treasures his children and grandchildren.
Except for that one doesn't exist to him.
Except that one. So I find it funny that they're not going back after he makes all these statements. They're not going back to prove paternity. They're going back
to lower payments. He can't afford it.
He can't afford it and live his current lifestyle.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I feel so bad for him. Like with me having to work like 2-3 jobs, you having to work 2-3 jobs.
Yeah. I mean,
he may have to get
a job. Yeah, and in a real job this time, not like
sitting on the Ukraine gas board.
I'm a gas consultant like executive thing in a country I've never been to, and blah blah blah, and some Chinese money.
I feel sorry for him, man.
And he decided to paint smart one day, and just all of a sudden it's $500,000 a piece. And,
it's weird how minimum.
Yeah, that's weird how that just seemed to work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did ask in the White House press conference why Joe and Hunter won't acknowledge this child, and they wouldn't even speak to it. The what's her name, Pierre or whatever. She's like, I'm not even going to speak to these type of questions.
Yeah, because heaven forbid you, being the press secretary, answer questions from the press
about the president and his family.
Yeah. And court cases that are actually going on.
It's really weird. Yeah.
But timer just went off.
Poor little girl.
And the thing is, I know the timer just went off. She's going to have to live with this the rest of her life.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I think she just turned 2 or 3.
Yeah,
so she has a lifetime ahead of her dealing with this.
Yeah, once she hits like school and stuff like that, and realizes that the normal parents acknowledge their children and things like that
she gets to spend time with Daddy on the weekends.
Yeah. So, but at least she'll be safe from that part of saying, "Well, my dad was the worst president of the United States history." So, or my grandpa, excuse me.
Oh,
yeah, this is burning.
This hurts.
Yeah, this is burning. So,
all right, so let's go ahead and open our Coca-Cola Classic.
You need some more on yours?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit in here first, and then I'm going to pour some of that in. So then that way that it can effervesce. Who knew?
Effervesce.
We see this bad boy.
Well, hold on, man. Don't get the ratio too wrong there.
I'm not going to get the ratio.
That ratio is way too. Stop pouring.
That ratio is not wrong.
Oh, dude, that's more rum than Coke that was in there.
You're welcome. That's a weird way to say thank you. Then add some more Coke into it there, fluffy pants.
Oh, wait. I'm waiting on you before I taste it. It smells like, I'm not going to lie, it smells like pure gasoline.
Smells like Bigfoot's cluck. Hey, you know what? We do have one thing going for us, though. One, we are having an allergy attack, and we can't smell it. And 2, it's still not as bad as the Steel Reserve where it drove everybody out of the studio.
True. That was bad.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of Steel Reserve,
Yeah, I don't know what John Kerry's been up to.
He's kind of been out of the news for a while.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, with the Overlord's wedding, I wonder instead of having like a champagne fountain, they're just gonna have Steel Reserve.
Oh, yeah. We should make that happen.
We should make that happen.
Yeah, we should make that happen.
So, all right, let's get our clunkage clinkage on, and we'll get into.
We'll bring ourselves a sixer, but everybody else is going to drink.
They're like, "Hey, can I grab one of those?" No,
you cannot,
because we're allergic to things that taste bad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm allergic to shame.
Let's get our clunkage clinkage on. Tap it.
Go.
Our sexy, classy red Solo cups.
Well,
that is different. That's not what I was expecting.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's still not a rum and Coke.
It's not a rum and Coke, but it's definitely got a different flavor.
It's almost like one of those hard sodas that we
Yeah,
tried.
it's almost like one of the Jack Daniels or Crown Royal like hard sodas where it's already got everything mixed in.
Yeah.
It's not bad, though.
It's almost like it should be the Sam's Choice version of a hard soda.
Sam's Cola?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, this actually isn't that bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not good.
It's not.
If someone charged me $5 for this,
I'd be a little irritated.
I'd be like, dude, come on, man. This tastes like flat Coke.
Tastes like flat Coke and bad decisions are about to be made. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for us making bad decisions, especially because Morals isn't here.
Yeah.
We have nobody policing us.
No, but this is not.
No, I want you to take a sip of that. Take a longer sip, a bigger sip, bigger. Okay, there we go. When we got the eye squint. Okay, now I'm going to repeat that.
Oh, that's bad.
Morals is not here to prevent us from doing anything bad.
Yeah, well, I just did.
Now we can do it. We can do it after we air.
I think the Coke floated at the top was the problem. When I got further down in the glass is when it happened.
I'm going to make mine a little bit stronger.
You go right ahead.
I'm going to make it almost as strong as yours.
All right.
But you're. I know how much you love rum and Coke.
I do like rum and Coke.
I didn't want to take this opportunity away from you.
This is not rum and Coke, though. This is...
No, sir, you are dead wrong, because if you look right here, what's this word that I'm circling right there? What's that say?
I know it's rubbing alcohol. Yeah, I know it says rum. That's not rum. That's the worst rum I've ever had.
You know what we should do one time? I know that we stopped doing the go backs. We should do not this bottom end, but a different bottom end to Bumbu.
Maybe. Yeah.
I would happily get us another bottle of Bumbu.
I do want to try that shrunken head one of these times.
Or even the shrunken head. I'm okay with that. I just know that I really enjoyed the Bumbu.
Well, I can tell you right now, my chest feels like it's on fire.
I can't feel my tongue.
I mean, this is not good stuff.
The back of my teeth tastes like snozberries.
Oh. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
But in all seriousness, you know how like whenever you have something that's slimy and doesn't taste good, how it like coats your teeth and you kind of keep doing that. It's almost like that type of face that you expect the Overlord to be making on a bad Friday night at the 7-Eleven dumpster.
$20 is $20.
$20. But that's the face I'm making. You know how there's the duck face.
Yeah.
So I call this the Overlord face.
What was it? What was the old Keystone bitter beer face?
Yeah.
Bitter beer face. Yeah, this is bad. Somewhere out there, there's a hobo going, "Oh, good God, don't drink that."
That's bad.
Yeah.
So, well, tell you what, let's go ahead and hop into topic number 2 while we're talking about bad things.
Topic number 2.
I'm gonna
take
this one, and the timer has started. Okay, so I don't know, especially like because of your areas of interest. I don't know how much you've kept up with like artificial intelligence stuff like that.
Oh, I've seen all the Terminator movies.
Well, you're not wrong.
And The Matrix is the sequel to the Terminator movies.
I could see how that conspiracy theory would coincide. Okay, so now I'm going somewhere with this. So a long time ago, I used to joke around saying, no, I'm never going to own a Roomba because I've seen the Terminator movies.
Yeah.
And the Roomba is where it starts.
Oh, yeah. It's a slippery slope.
So fast forward to 2023. We have all these people that are trying to make all these advanced AI like programs, robots, things like that. And that being said, some of them have great and pure intentions, like working with like nanotechnology for cancer and dementia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for every good, there's a bad.
Yeah, it's like no one's ever seen Battlestar Galactica or read any of these science fiction books where AI goes.
It's kind of like whenever they say, "Oh, we're going to try to clone a dinosaur," bruh. I've got 6 movies that you can watch that show why this is a bad idea.
This sounds like a bad idea.
So, one of the either he was one of the head of research or one of the head engineers for the AI department in Google. Now, keep in mind, I am going somewhere with this. He resigned. They never let the details known, but on one of the things that they were working on, he said that it was so dangerous that from where it started to where it had advanced on its own, that he couldn't, in good conscience, be a part of this project anymore.
That's a little scary of a thought.
But wait, there's more.
Okay. Tell us about it, Madman.
This past week, they decided to try an AI robot that was designed for self-preservation and to do these 3 tasks like on an assembly line. So it would take the box, it would take the part, it put it on the assembly line, do its thing, turn around, take a box, take a part, do its thing, put it on the assembly line. It shut itself down after 15 minutes. And whenever they started going in and realizing what the dialogue was saying is that it was its only way out and its only way to escape. It freaking killed itself.
Yeah, that's not good.
In 15 minutes there.
Yeah.
Now
he could have gone another direction. It's like, you know what? I'm in charge now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell with you people.
You don't think I'm in charge? Okay. So now there's a committee in Washington, D.C., which should say enough on its own that
or best and brightest.
It's for the artificial intelligence like safety deputies and stuff like that. So this is where I'm going with it. Who do you think is acting one-on-one with this artificial intelligence, which all these people are saying is ridiculously smart and that will be the end of humanity?
Oh, so they went out and got something like the Neil Tyson guy or whatever. They probably got one of those Stephen Hawking style kind of guys.
Yeah, they did actually.
Modern times.
They did. Kamala Harris.
That's
it's Kamala.
So the success we've seen on the southern border is
now going forth with artificial intelligence and what some researchers and engineers are saying could be the downfall of humanity.
So we're all dead. Yeah. So
now Kamala Harris.
Skynet's about to come alive.
Skynet is about to come on.
Skynet's about to come alive with the Wicked Witch of the West laugh.
So it's, and I don't know if you saw the speech, but the person in charge. Oh, my microphone fell.
It's a dang skull.
So it was trying to reach my skull.
Trying to knock the skull off the table.
The person in charge, or the person that is like in direct correlation on this committee, is the same person that whenever asked about the commander-in-chief said that the commander-in-chief is being the commander that we needed and that we do need to be commanding, and no commander-in-chief has commanded like this before.
Wow, she's
oh, timer went off. Timer went off.
She's a poet.
Well,
I heard she was an orator or really good at, or maybe it was she was something about being good
she was
with
just
oral.
really good at oral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Have you seen that? If you guys have not, if you guys listen and haven't seen this, I know I sent it to you. It's the greatest video of the sign language, the closed caption deal, of one of her speeches. Where they got the little bubble down the window.
I'm going to let you describe it.
So it's great. So she's giving this speech. I don't really know what the speech
It
about.
settles at the bottom. It settles at the bottom like it's a syrup. Oh,
Yeah, it's not good.
it's in my mouth.
Yeah. So if you
I've got
guys
it in my mouth,
want to
Rooster.
see something fun, go out there and watch the signing of that's out there on TikTok or whatever of Kamala Harris giving a speech. It's a good laugh. But
Which is also a sound I'm assuming that she makes while doing some of that.
Or
at least hum.
Yeah. Well, they're rerunning.
I wonder if that would be a. You think she would give me a yellow flag on that?
Yeah, probably. But the president and Harris are running again.
Yeah. So I saw that they put out their official video that the soul of America is still at stake.
Yeah.
And he keeps talking about the exact same points that he talked about in the first re-election, in the first election whenever Trump was running for re-election. And even though I'm not a Trump fanboy, the first thing that I thought was that is a really weird way to say that everything that you've spent the first 2 years in your presidential term just didn't happen. That none of it came to fruition.
It's bad. I mean, but they're going to run again. And the good news is the DNC has already stated that they're not. I know it's not a topic, but the DNC has already stated that there will be no debates because there are challengers to the Democrat nominee.
I didn't see that the DNC came out saying there would be no debates.
Yeah, there will be no debates.
So why is that?
Because the DNC decided already who the nominee is.
Okay, but the whole point of there being a debate is for the American people to decide who they want the nomination to be.
Little non-talked about fact about the DNC, the Democrat National Convention, or the Democrat Party in general, is the party when it comes to their primaries. This is the only party that has a primary where it doesn't matter what the votes were for. They can still decide whoever they want.
So they can just
to be the nominee.
It.
Yeah, the votes actually don't count because they have that super delegate, which is a super delegate is obviously super, so it overrides the delegates. So therefore, voting is just makes you feel better about it.
So it kind of reminds me of what was it that Drew Carey used to always say at the beginning of Whose Line Is It Anyway? He was like, "Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the votes don't matter and blah blah."
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
We award the points based on nothing, and yeah.
We award the points based on what we think, and your vote doesn't matter.
Yeah. So believe it or not, actually the DNC does work that way. That votes are just a suggestion. They're supposed to go in line with the way the American people vote in the primaries. But again, it's a suggestion. They actually do not follow what the majority of people say, or we would have had Bernie Sanders in the last two.
So it's kind of like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame then.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, where you got like Britney Spears on
how that like Missy Elliott got a lot of votes, but for like the past umpteen years, Iron Maiden can't get in.
I went to the Rock and Roll. You ever been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the most disappointing things I've ever been to. As far as a tourist trap goes.
So it is, and it's in Cleveland, Ohio, right?
Correct. Yeah, we relocated to Cleveland for a little while, years and years ago.
Whenever I went there, I actually went, and a little known fact, my dad, I come from a long line of baseball players, and it wasn't like until I injured my shoulder that I lost my career with the Twins and Royals. I don't even know if I ever even told you about some of that. But have multiple baseball players in my family. There's been somebody in every generation that has gone pro, and like one of my first cousins way back in the day he was awarded all kinds of awards. And he actually played for the Dodgers while they were still in Brooklyn. And then he also played for them once they moved. And then I had his son was a great baseball player, won all kinds of awards. And then he ended up being a coach and manager for the Houston Astros, Philadelphia Phillies. He was actually at the Astros whenever Nolan Ryan was there. And he would contract my father, and he would go down and work with them. I mean, it's very humbling whenever you're 6 years old and you walk outside and your dad tells you to grab some coffee, and they're watching a VHS tape, and he's got
what's that?
He's got the Carpenter's pencils.
Yeah.
That had the wax. Remember the big yellow wax ones? And he would stop it and circle, and you look over, and it's Nolan Ryan that he's working with in the front yard, trying to get his pitching where that it needs to be. And and you know, they're sitting there, and he's like, "All right, boy, grab some coffee. All right, boy, go out there and set up the net. We got to work." And me being 6 years old, I had no idea who this guy was. So I come back inside, and come to find out that whenever the game came on that weekend, I was like, "Dad, that's the guy you were working with." He's like, "Yeah, I know." "Dad, that's Nolan Ryan." Yeah, I know. So anyway, my dad was inducted into the Hall of Fame in '96. And he's inducted into the Texas Hall of Fame as a player and a coach. And he I mean, fantastic career. He actually invented an illegal pitch called the magic marker ball that could only work at night with the old school lights now. But anyway, so that's a story for a different time.
Yeah.
But I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because I was actually wanting to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame because I was wanting to get a charcoal impression.
It's Cooperstown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wanting to get because I was on a tour going up that way and then cutting over to Cooperstown. I was wanting to get a charcoal impression of my dad's plaque and give it to my mom. My dad had already passed away at the time. And so I was delayed by like 10 hours being able to leave. Yeah. So I said, I've got some time to kill. I went over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. One, for the people that haven't been there, it's much smaller than you think.
Oh, it's tiny.
It is much smaller than you think.
You think it's huge. It's not.
And camera angles definitely come into play whenever they're doing all of that. Now, that being said, I did hear that they expanded and they got that spot next to it. But
there's not a lot of room out there because it actually sits out there on the water, if you remember. It's right there.
It's right there. It's right there on the river.
Yeah, the Great Lake.
Or the Great Lake. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So because the just to the left of it, if you're facing north, is where they built New Brown Stadium. Out there, so we went and saw that one too. So we had a little efficiency or a little one-bedroom apartment in, I think, what was it, Middleton? Yeah, Middleton or Beret or whatever. It was right there on the border. Middleton,
it's probably
Beret.
Middleton.
Yeah,
because around the time that they were building all that up, Middleton had lowered its prices on everything to try to get people enticing to come to A, Ohio, and then B.
Well, we were up there. My son was in the one of the hospitals up there, so we had to stay up there for that one for his care. But yeah, so we went to the zoo's amazing in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah,
Cleveland's a cool place. But the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was a absolute disappointment. First thing I noticed when I walked into that place is I was like, okay, is this really a Britney Spears section?
Yeah.
And this
talking about right whenever you walk in, it was to the left.
Is that in sync?
And they actually had the wax statue of Britney Spears.
Dude,
up.
Come on, man.
Did they have that?
Yeah, they had like some of her costumes, and I think they had like the Backstreet Boys or in sync stuff.
But
out there,
heaven forbid we get groups like Iron Maiden.
I was like,
or
holy
a tribe
crap,
called
dude.
Quest.
I'm walking in thinking I'm going to see
Did
some
you see
Zeppelin.
that this has been multiple years in a row that Iron Maiden's been on there and hasn't been one of the official 7 inductees.
Yeah. And
I want to say this is the 8th time that a tribe called Quest has been on there in the top 10. They haven't been. Well, I mean, there's. You know what? We went off a little bit.
Yeah, we're way off on topic. I mean,
we need to get to topic number 3.
Yeah.
And you know what topic number 3 is?
It was a sad experience. But anyways.
Topic number 3 is one of our favorite topics.
The big FUs.
And the moral's not here, so it does not stand for follow up.
Not at all.
All right. So, you know what? You go ahead and take this one.
All right. So, what's the best way to say this one? damage control.
Real them of genius.
Yeah, real men of genius.
Them
of genius. They, them, whatever. I don't know. Shenanigans, schmogadin. I don't know. So, damage control.
Damage control supervisor.
Nice. So, Budweiser is obviously doing a lot of damage control for its Bud Light franchise. So, they've dropped between 4 to 7 billion. It's conflicting reports.
She got fired.
Yeah, so the VP, she's gone. Leave of absence, but already been
gone.
replaced. So she's been fired and replaced with the head of Budweiser, head of Budweiser marketing.
Yeah.
He's now in charge.
Which previously they were two separate
entities.
entities.
Anheuser-Busch has actually stepped in and just taken control of Bud Light, even though it's its own company. So they've stepped in and taken care of it over this Dylan Mulvaney thing. Because, again, they've lost upwards of $7 billion.
And to be fair, the depending on what report you're reading, it's as low as only $4 billion.
Just $4 billion.
And it's as high as $7 billion.
Well, I mean, if you're already at $4 billion, why not be at $7 billion?
What's another $3 billion?
What's $3 billion, right? Yeah, so it's...
They just roll up to people at red lights and be like, excuse me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
They've shot new commercials. It didn't work.
No. In fact, it backlashed even more.
Yeah, they've put a letter out or a memorandum out to all their distributors and all their partners saying that this was all a mistake, that this woman, the vice president or whatever, had worked on her own. That can of Dylan Mulvaney's face was just a one-off can. It was never approved, and it was never going into production. And they've corrected all of their marketing problems. They realized they disenfranchised their base, and they are working to correct it. But as a kicker, every employee for every distributor, every wholesaler is getting, and this is every employee, not every distributor, is getting a free case of Bud Light.
Give me free beer before it expires.
Yes.
Sorry, that was the last one.
Yes,
that was the last one.
It's better than pouring it out. And then lastly, you've got this TikTok video that went viral of Fenway Park. Boston,
like in
Red
Boston?
Sox. Yeah.
Red Sox?
Boston.
You know, I'm a huge baseball fan, obviously, from what we talked about.
So Fenway Park, I mean, this is like the epitome of classic ballparks, right? Of still standing.
Especially with the green giant out there in left field.
Well, they actually have their own, not really a kiosk.
The Bud Light section.
Yeah, they actually have a Bud Light section where you walk up, a Bud Light vendor, not like a little cart, but an actual.
It's an entire section where you can walk up, you can grab your beer.
Apparently, they have multiple.
You can grab your beer, you can grab your dog. I think they have 2 in right field and 2 in left field.
Yeah, well, I don't know what part I've never been to Fenway, but I can tell you that the video shows that the line at everybody else was full, but there were 0 people at the Bud Light stands. Bud Light is absolutely selling nothing.
So what you're saying is that if we apply for Anheuser-Busch in the Bud Light department and request to be at a ballpark, nobody will actually come, and that we could watch a game for free while eating dogs and beer.
Might be able to. I like where you're going with this one.
Hey, man,
but
silver linings.
But I'm
silver linings. Now, we don't have to buy the Bud Light. I mean, we can go to a different stand.
Do we have to dress up different?
So moving right along. You know what time it is?
Oh.
Where in the world is Kamala Harris?
Where's she at, Madman?
Well, especially considering the tragedy in Texas this past week, you would assume that she had gone to the border.
Oh, you mean the person who killed several people?
So yeah, the undocumented person that came over the
illegal
border.
Alien. I'll say it. Rooster says illegal alien. I don't say undocumented.
The undocumented person that came over the border, and this was his 5th time here.
Wait, is his 5th time to commit that crime of
just
coming
that
here?
Crime.
Okay, because remember, it is a crime. I don't care what anybody thinks. I mean, I understand you think undocumented, not you, but there are people out there who think, it's not illegal to be here undocumented. It is absolutely illegal. It's a crime.
Yeah, but what is a crime? But so anyway, so this was his 5th time here illegally, and he was shooting his gun. Father goes over.
Well, who doesn't shoot the gun in the backyard out in Cleveland, Texas?
It was.
Hey, Cleveland. We were just talking about Cleveland. Different Cleveland.
And goes over and it's a horrible tragedy. I know that we're making a lot of some stuff, but it's a horrible tragedy, the fact that, he killed 5 people.
Yeah.
And you would assume that she was at the border addressing this, especially since it just came out that 1,500 troops were going to the border, which was very misleading because they're not going to the border. They're actually going for DHS. They're going for medical and supplies. They're going for intake. So, yes, are there troops going to the border? Yes. Are they guarding the border? No. You would assume that that's where she's at, Rooster, but...
No.
But this is going to take you by surprise.
Okay.
Our borders are... She's not there.
What? Well, she's got the AI gig now.
She is in Richmond, Virginia for Small Business Week.
Oh, it's so they probably figure out how the government can assault more small businesses over the taxes again, like they did this year.
And
when
make
a certain business that sponsors us had to pay its damn taxes.
Yeah. So she's there because this administration is for small businesses, and small businesses make up America and the soul of America, and the small businesses of the soul of America that make up the administration of the soul of America.
I can tell you, as a small business owner, that is absolute crap. They don't. Our government is anti-small business. I don't care what they say. It's how they treat small businesses.
You are dead wrong, sir.
No,
she is in Richmond, Virginia.
No, I actually own a small business.
We both do. And you know what? I feel better knowing that Kamala is in Richmond, Virginia, advocating for small business.
No.
Timer just went off.
Yeah, I think back on the shooting thing in Cleveland, though, I think it made more news about Governor Abbott calling the person, the shooter, an illegal alien than the actual people were more outraged than this person creating a mass shooting.
Yeah.
That's where we're at in this country.
Now, that being said, I am not an Abbott fan.
No, but I mean, that's where we're at this country is that we take offense to about an insult about a mass shooter.
Okay, I'm going to need you to calm the cluck down. Calm the cluck down.
It's clucking ridiculous, man.
I'm not disagreeing that it's clucking ridiculous, but I worry about your blood pressure because I care.
Well, I recently had to go to the doctor, and they said I was stressed out and appeared angry.
I
was like, no clucking hell.
I don't know why.
They said, have you tried taking a day off? I said, I'd take a half day off to come see you stupid people.
Well, you know what?
So I can give you money to insult me. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Corn Pop's a bad day.
Corn Pop.
So let's get back to happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts, okay.
Happy thoughts with the Madman.
Ooh, so.
What do you think about this Skol and Coke?
It sucks. So
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is pretty bad.
Public service announcement by Rooster from Rooster and the Madman here.
Don't include me on this. You don't know what I'm thinking. You don't know about my downstairs mix-up.
Don't buy Skol. I'm not asking for a boycott. I'm not one of those guys who calls for boycotts or anything. I think that's stupid. You make your own choice. Capitalism is capitalism. But this...
For $3 more, you could get such a better rum.
Yeah, just for a couple bucks more.
Yeah.
You could enjoy life a little bit more and not poison your entire system. Now, granted, let's say your body's ravaged with infection.
No, hold up. You said poison your entire system.
Let's say your body's ravaged with infection. I think this will clear it up.
This is killing any type of cancer cell.
Anything any foreign body in your body, this should kill.
Yeah. It's kind of like you could be like stage 4 lymphatic cancer, and you take a shot of Skol, and it's going to go, oh, cluck.
I bet you if we were back in Civil War times.
Here it comes the Skol. And guys, we're dying. Oh. We're dying.
This could save a Civil War leg from gangrene.
That being said, though, could it save the Overlord's overlady from the Overlord?
See, that's a different one because she's walking into this willingly. So
Is she walking into it?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask her. Maybe we should.
Do we need
it's none of my
do we
business.
need to hold an intervention?
I don't know. Is it really any of our business? I mean,
it's not our business. But the Overlord is our friend.
yeah, he is. She's not.
She's not.
Yeah. So I mean, if she's trapped, and
I mean, is this like Stockholm syndrome?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that one.
I mean, it's kind of like I want to grab her and just be like, I need you to blink twice if you need to be helped.
Like, do you need help?
Blink twice for yes.
So you're here on your own.
You have your own volition?
You're sure. But no, she loves him, so it's a good deal. So hopefully she doesn't drink Steel Reserve like he drinks.
Well, if she does drink Steel Reserve, that's two things that are going to leave her prickly on the inside. All right, Pluckheads, you've been listening to episode 78 with the Rooster and the Madman. And remember, in a world full of chickens, be a rooster. You're listening to Whiskey and Wine. Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman, where you can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner operator right here in North Texas. Remember to pick up a bottle of Overlord's Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all natural coconut oil.
Leaves you prickly on the insides.